Good afternoon, everyone. First Alert StormTeam meteorologist Joseph Williams with your Valley News Now afternoon forecast. And the gist is, feels like summertime this afternoon. You can see right behind me, temperatures are in the 80s across the region. We've got a scorcher of a day out in Fargo with a temperature of 86 versus 85 in Grand Forks, 80 in Devil's Lake, even 79 in Alexandria. To the east of our region, we have temperatures in the 70s out in central and eastern Minnesota. Definitely feeling like summertime out there. Make sure you're drinking that bottle of water and you're wearing some sunscreen to prevent sunburns. But otherwise, feeling great outside. Definitely a nice afternoon to go out and enjoy, watching the leaves change color, going out for a walk in the park. Just like I said, just make sure to stay cool and be careful with sun exposure out there. So let's get right to the forecast. So what's going on? Well, currently still under this warm air mass that's been sitting on top of us these past few days, keeping temperatures in the 70s to low 80s. And as a result, we've been seeing the summertime weather pattern continuing this afternoon, and it's going to continue over the next several days. We'll still be under a very warm air mass. Let's expand the picture to show you what I'm talking about. Basically, we're under a warm front. To the north of our region is a warm front, and to the south of our region, we have what's called an upper level ridge, which is this high pressure system that's thousands of feet above ground. And this high pressure system is bringing a whole bunch of warm air from the southern U.S. into our region, giving us those summer-like temperatures in the process. So basically, it's been pretty warm, and that ridge is going to stick around for a while. So that means we're looking at temperatures in the 70s to low 80s for the foreseeable future, at least. So here's our Monday forecast. You can see temperatures in the 80s in the southern areas of our region for Monday afternoon, and then on Tuesday afternoon, still dealing with some 80s across the region. Notice the wind barbs. This is part of the reason why we're seeing those summer-like temperatures. They're coming in generally from the south. What will happen is southerly flow will ramp up on Tuesday afternoon, forcing temperatures into the 80s, and we'll stay in the 80s for Wednesday afternoon too. Thursday afternoon, another round of 80s across the region, and still dealing with some 80s in some spots, particularly the southern areas of our region by Friday afternoon. But notice the areas out in northeast North Dakota will be cooler. We'll see temperatures in the 60s on that day, and that's because a cold front will bring some rain chances on that day, cooling us down in the process. So basically, it won't be until the weekend, heading into next week, that temperatures drop below 80 and we get back to more seasonable temperatures. It won't be until the first full week of October, in fact, that temperatures are basically back to normal, being in the low to mid 60s instead of those 70s and 80s we've been seeing these past few days. So we have a while, at least 5 or so days where temperatures will be above 70, and so it's going to feel like summertime over the next several days. It is worth pointing out that around that same time that we're dealing with those summer-like temperatures, we're also going to be relatively dry, and we'll also see a couple opportunities for some strong breezes. Tuesday and Wednesday, in fact, will involve some strong breezes coming in from the south. Tuesday will bring sustained winds in the 15 to 20 mile per hour range. Wind speeds on Wednesday will generally be above 20 miles per hour, and gusts on both days could be around 25 to 35 miles per hour. So both days will be a bit windy, but after Wednesday, the winds do settle back down, and we're just looking at your standard breeze for the rest of the week. Here's a look at our wind gust forecast to show you what I mean. We'll basically see wind gusts around 20 to 30 miles per hour across our region on Tuesday afternoon. Notice that wind gusts above 30 miles per hour will be in central and western North Dakota. So if you're heading west, you'll see some stronger winds. And that's mostly during the afternoon and evening hours. The winds die down Tuesday night, and then they ramp back up, this time across the Red River Valley on Wednesday afternoon. And notice again, there's southerly winds. That'll keep temperatures on the warm side as we head into Wednesday afternoon. That's why we're anticipating highs in the 80s once again on Wednesday afternoon. And since wind gusts will be in the 30+ miles per hour range, there is the potential for some fire weather on Wednesday. We are looking at some low humidity on that day. How low will it get? Well, models vary. So we are going to keep an eye on those humidity levels for Wednesday, but it does mean that if you plan on grilling outside, be careful with fire because Wednesday will be a bit breezy. So that is something to be aware of. We will first alert track those wind gusts as we head in the middle of the week because, again, they could disrupt any outside burning plans that you have. Just be aware of that small chance of fire risk on Wednesday. We don't want any fires getting out of control on Wednesday. Luckily, the winds do die down Wednesday evening and overnight, and the rest of the week, while relatively dry, the winds will not be as windy. So it's just Tuesday and Wednesday we're going to keep an eye on regarding that fire risk. Now, what's going on regarding surface level stuff? Well, I mentioned that we have a ridge to the south of our region. That's what's keeping temperatures on the warm side. And to the northwest of our region, we have a low pressure system that's helping to amplify that southerly flow and giving us those summer-like temperatures. As this low moves east over the next couple of days, we will see some scattered cloud cover across our region, but otherwise expect partly sunny skies because of how moisture-starved this low-pressure system is. So for your Monday morning commute, we're looking at scattered clouds, especially in the southern areas of our region. Monday afternoon, mostly sunny skies across our region, so Monday afternoon looking good. Monday night into Tuesday morning, there is a small chance of rain out of the international border as that low pushes through our region, but I think overall, most of our area is going to stay dry and rain-free. Heading into Tuesday afternoon and evening, we're still looking at a partly to mostly sunny sky. So Tuesday afternoon and evening will feel like summertime once again. It won't be until the upcoming Friday, in fact, that rain chances make a return. And notice what happens that between Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and even next Tuesday, there are some opportunities for scattered rain showers across our region. Friday and Saturday offer the best chance for some rain, but those rain chances will continue even into the first half of next week. And all that's thanks to some active weather that, as of Sunday afternoon, is out in the Pacific. This will be our first of several weather makers towards the end of the week, a low pressure system making its way down into our region, following what's known as a trough and a dip in the jet stream. So our first alert forecast shows that heading into Friday morning and afternoon, we will see some rain pushing through the central and northern areas of our region. Now, I want to emphasize this is just one model. This model, the European model, suggests rain will mainly stay concentrated in the northern areas of our region throughout Friday afternoon and evening. Friday night, moving down south, and by Saturday morning, we get a break from the rain. And then we end up seeing some more showers on Sunday afternoon heading into Monday. There's a small chance of seeing some thunder showers, some thunderstorms on Friday. So we'll keep an eye on those thunder shower chances, thunderstorm chances for Friday. But the point is, we will see some rain heading into Friday. Other models suggest that we'll also see some rain on Saturday too. So basically, just make sure to have the VNN First Alert weather app on standby as we First Alert track those rain chances towards the end of the week into the upcoming weekend. Now, let's sum everything up. For your morning commutes, temperatures will be in the mid to upper 50s, like 58 in Fargo and Wapaton versus 52 in Langdon and 61 in Sisseton, climbing into the 80s during the afternoon hours, like 80 in Grand Forks, 82 in Valley City, 85 in Fergus Falls, with that partly sunny sky. So Monday afternoon is looking fabulous in terms of those temperatures. Heading into Tuesday and Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, temperatures will stay in the low to mid 80s, so that summer-like pattern will continue even as we start the month of October. So we're starting the month of October with a temperature normally seen in July and August instead of early October. Again, expecting. So yeah, we're going to be on the warm side heading into the rest of the week. Yeah, there we go. I just wanted to show that graphic to kind of end our forecast here. So yeah, ultimately going to be feeling, and I keep saying it again, I know I sound like a broken record, but it's feeling like summertime out there. It's legitimately a early fall, late summer kind of pattern taking place across our region, giving us those highs in the 80s. And it's also keeping us relatively dry over the next several days. It won't be until between this coming Friday and next Monday that rain chances make a return across our region. So by this coming Friday, make sure to have the umbrella on standby as we First Alert track those rain chances. And definitely keep the VNN First Alert weather app on standby as we will update you on those rain chances too. I'm going to get off of here as always. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this. I know Linda says she's loving this weather, heading out for her last camping trip of the season. Good for you. I know I went out for a walk yesterday, and I was loving the weather. I was loving the sunshine across our region. I got about 30,000 steps in myself, so I feel proud of myself for that one. Anyways, love the weather, but if you guys want cooler temperatures, luckily the cooler weather will be on the way. Once we get through this upcoming weekend, we'll be seeing much more fall-like temperatures, seeing highs in the 60s heading into next week. So we have a while of seeing these summertime temperatures, but if you guys are more excited for those 60s will be on the way. I promise you that. Now, like I said, I'm going to get off of here. Thank you so much for watching. As always, download the VNN First Alert Weather app for your latest weather notifications. And I'll also be on Valley News Live at 9 and 10. So make sure to tune in to watch those shows. In the meantime, I'm going to get off of here. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great Sunday.